there's a transition. The video is the background video to the scene. Another transition, more background video, and then on top of that it's being drawn SWF objects. That is a video masking template I'm playing with. Now here's a image being drawn, then the transition happens to another background video and objects drawn on top of that. That's how we're getting the fluid motion. Okay, and then another transition. Now this is video I got from the royalty-free video module, and I popped that in the screen, then blew it up. Now I'm going to have another transition out of that into another background video with an SWF drawn on top of that, and that's the end. So those are transitions. Now here's what we're going to build right now. I just wanted you to see a couple of them in action. Okay, so we have the clock there, and then it's going to move. Now we're going to transition to another background video and another object. Okay, and then that object goes away. So I just want to give you an example of how the slide architecture kind of works, so you have an idea what we're doing. When you're looking at the blocks up here on the screen, I am representing those blocks here. And then when you go to the scene tab, there's a background video that plays throughout the whole scene. This is one scene here, this is one scene here. How do you know the difference? Because there's a black bar between the scenes, so you can tell which is which. So here's one scene, here's another scene, here's that background video plays throughout the whole scene, no matter what you're doing. New scene starts, new video starts. So then you put your clock here and you put your guide there, you bring a video in or image. Here is the SWF, that is the transition. As you can see, as you add items to the stage, they stack one on top of the other. That's how it works. This one will play, and then that one will play, and then this one will play, and then that thing will play, and that makes up your scene. Now if these things don't cover the screen, then you're watching this background video throughout the whole time all of this animation is happening. So you put your stuff on the screen, slides, whatever, and then your transition is sitting on top, and it does the wipe from clear screen to full screen wipe. Stops right there. Then here's your new scene. Now the first action you want to do in the next scene, in order, this scene right here, right, the next thing you want to do is put the ending part of the transition, so it goes from full screen covered to 0, and it reveals what's underneath, which will be the background video. Then the next object is drawn, and then the next thing you brought in, and then the next. Now what would happen is, if you had no background video, when you came out of this transition, it would just be white underneath, then this would happen, then that would happen. Okay, so to give you an example of that, here is the way this looks right now. The clock is drawn, moves over a bit, transition happens. You won't get that buffering slide access, and then here's the new scene with the drawing happening, and the guy moves down. Okay, now if I remove the background video here and render this scene, you'll see here's background video playing with the object being drawn on top, moves over, transition happens. Now there's nothing. Transition happens, then this drawing occurs. You have to have something in the background video, or this is what you will end up with. So now if I go back and put something in the background and render this again, now you see it starts background video, SWF being drawn on top, moves over, transition happens, and then now the new video is revealed. Now that buffering assets you saw only happens here in preview. When you render out the video, you don't have that problem.